So I haven't recorded for the past 4 days. And this was because I was already 2 days behind with YouTube being really annoying and not working. But when Friday hit and I had my neuroscience exam, that exam went terribly. For context, I have been studying for this exam since about Monday. Basically, I looked at my calendar, realized I had a neuroscience exam, and I thought, why not study for it? And so the thing was, we hadn't had that much practice material for the neuroscience exam. It was mainly us going to classes, and remember how I was just saying these was 50-minute classes, very fragmented, no sense of cohesion. The material, there was just material in terms of like concepts. There wasn't that many practice problems. So we only had about 1 page of practice problems, which is about 7 problems, which I think the professor wrote in about an hour as like our reference for practice. I was able to find some online resources, but there wasn't much practice. And when we did get our practice exam, this was about 16 hours before the test. So it was about 5 p.m. day before the test. And so I didn't really have that much time to revise it as much as I wanted. But regardless, I did do it a couple of times and I walked into the exam. Now, this exam wasn't difficult. The issue with this exam was it was in a 50-minute class, and I'm not really used to taking 50-minute exams. So I started working on the exam, and I got stuck on this one problem when I came to checking my answers. And the good part about neuroscience is there's many checks to an answer you can do. So I was pretty happy about that. But I was checking my answers. I was kept solving 15 times 9, and I kept getting 85 as my answer, okay? 85 is clearly not the right answer, okay? It's nowhere close to the right answer, but I kept getting the answer, and I was like, my math is not working out somewhere. I spent a solid 10 minutes on a problem that should have taken me 5, and because of that, I couldn't solve the last problem. I think I've lost about 6 to 8 points on this exam. I don't know exactly how many points I've lost, but 6 to 8 points is enough to knock me into the 80% range, which means in the 4 neuroscience exams that we're going to have this quarter, this is probably going to be the exam I get dropped. Now, I didn't want to drop this exam because I really studied hard and I thought the other exams will be harder, and they are harder with the practice exams I've seen online. So I'm kind of worried about how things were going, and so mainly Saturday I took a break in response to this. But today I got back onto things. I started work around 11 and I've just been grinding through PChem, which I have a test this Friday on, the MCAT stuff. I have started my problem solving as well as just research. So going onwards from today, I'm going to continue back with the recording stuff. I think I'm just going to call this a day where I catch up days 21 to 24. But yeah, anyways, that's just a small little recap of what happened. We're going to talk tomorrow about how things go. Anyways, take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.